Hey guys, Andy Tran here with the Interbark Outdoors channel. In this video, I wanted to do a shout out to a company that I recently had some customer service experience with. And normally this is not a video that I would do, mainly because A, I usually don't have to use customer service, and B, usually if a company just does their job, it's not really noteworthy. But in this case, it was a really positive experience, and the company that I was dealing with is Hot Shot. So the Hot Shot, they make this bow release here, the 4-finger release. And backstory is I was filming with the Travax wallet company, and we were gonna go out bow fishing, and I had left my normal bow release in my hunting backpack and didn't take my hunting backpack on the fishing trip. So I was without a release. And so for probably about half the shoot, when we were at my cabin location, I decided to shoot just with my bare hands, or my human hands, but without anything on them. And obviously that takes a toll, especially with a 65-pound draw. It gets pretty sore after a while. So on the way to my next location, I stopped by Sportsman's Warehouse, and I saw one of these on the rack. I think I got it for about 80 bucks, which was on the low end of the releases that they had available on the shelf that day. And so I go out to the bow fishing location and I take a couple shots. And everything's working perfectly fine. And then all of a sudden, I'm drawing halfway and the bow releases and my arrow goes, and I'm like, huh, that was kind of weird. So I thought maybe because I'm switching from, a regular wrist release to a handheld release, that it might be like a user error. So what I decided to do was completely take my thumb off instead of putting forward pressure, take my thumb completely off and then continue to draw. Happened again. Like, okay, a little bit weird. And then I tried it again with my forward thumb pressure to make sure that this claw was completely closed. And boom, it happened again. Only this time when it happened, I forgot to press the reel release, so my string wasn't free flowing. So my arrow went, my string didn't, and so I had to go swimming for my arrow. But that's a whole other thing altogether. So I decided that it was probably some flaw with the original release that I got. So I put it in my pocket. I know that there was a lifetime warranty on this particular piece of equipment, so I decided to contact them when I got back home. So I contacted them the next day. It was a Thursday, just about before they were about to close. And they called me back right away. I got a voicemail. And I talked to a lady, and she was very nice. And she was very transparent about their recent changes to the design of this release. So she told me a few changes on the design, primarily with the depth of this little claw here. And so what she decided to do was send me the exact same one, obviously free of charge, basically the next day. So Friday it gets sent out, Monday I get it, and it came with a 1-day return shipping label. And so before I returned it, I went and did a couple shots of a comparison between the two releases. All right, so the one on the top is going to be the new one that they sent, and the one on the bottom is the original one. So according to the gal that I talked to from customer service, the main change that they made was they made the pocket that the claw recesses into just a little bit deeper. So as you can see here, it goes in just a little bit on the older version, and on the newer version it goes maybe a 32nd of an inch deeper. And so here's a close-up of it, and the one on the top is a new one and the one on the bottom is the older version. And also when you wiggle the claw back and forth, there's a little bit of play in the bottom one, which is the old version, and almost non-existent in the one that's on the top. So I think they shored up some of the tolerances for the internal mechanism, the stuff that we can't see. So that also kind of plays in with the deeper recess right there, which helps the D-loop from slipping in between the crack. And so you can see as well, the finish on the newer version, which is on the right side, is a little bit more dull and a little bit more of a matte finish than the one that's on the left side, which is the older version. I'm not sure if it's a type of anodization or just the tumbling that they do before the anodization process. And the thumb barrel is a little bit different between the two as well. So the one on the left is going to be the old version, and it's hard to see, but you can feel it. And there's a little bit of a dimple that is coming from the post that it attaches to. You can see it right here. And so the newer version doesn't have that, and I think they didn't make it as deep, which makes it a little bit nicer and makes it feel a little bit more high quality. Because the other one, I think the metal's just so thin there that it's easy to make that post protrude a little bit. So that's the new and the old version of this Hot-Shot release. It's the Vapor, and my customer service experience. Normally I wouldn't do a video like this, but I felt like my customer service experience was noteworthy enough where I'd share it with you guys, and hopefully you guys will do some business with them as well. I've been pretty happy with everything I've got from them. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, and also check out my Instagram and other social media. It really helps you know that these are the kind of videos you want to watch. If you guys have any comments or questions, go ahead and message me directly or comment down below. And as always, take care out there. Bye.